I have this one question. It's not very serious, but I wanted to ask it
No.
anyway. And that is, I think it was short. It was in your first term, and Beach Blanket Babylon did their anniversary celebration, and you came on stage dressed as an emperor. I mean, well, can you tell me about how this came about and whose idea it was?
Well, first and foremost, I've been part of Steve Silva's Beach Blanket Babylon forever, long before I became mayor.
Yeah.
And so when one of the anniversaries, I think it might have been the 30th anniversary or something that was about to unfold, she came up with the idea. She wanted to include me in some capacity. One of her people said, there's a guy named Phil Frank that had been writing a cartoon every week about the royalty that Willie Brown seems to try to demonstrate in his capacity as mayor. And so Phil Frank had put together a character of Willie Brown in the capacity as a king and His Highness, and with a robe and a crown and some Dubins carrying me on a cart, and that so intrigued Joe Schumann and her team that they went to the people at the opera to see if they would lend them one of their king robes, and they did, and that's how that came about. And Phil Frank kept writing about it, and every time Phil Frank would write something really great, like he said there was an obsession with looking at myself. So mirror, mirror on the wall, yeah. Who is the fairest of all, and all those kinds of things. And so it became just part of the lure of San Francisco, was what Phil Frank would print and what Joe Schumann and Beach Blanket Babylon would display.
Well, you know, the Phil Frank cartoons were somewhat critical, right? I mean, they were lampooning, but there was a little needling there.
Totally. Totally.
And so it takes some bravado on your part to like adopt that.
Well, you know, I just think that true artists are literally entitled, and hopefully it's helpful that they do their interpretation, because it instantly elevates the level of the individual that they're interpreting about. And I ended up doing Phil Frank's eulogy.
Oh. And how did you learn how to deal with criticism over the years?
Well, you know, some people say your arrogance is what equipped you, because you always had a different view of yourself, and you never let anybody shake your view, no matter what the circumstances were. I don't think that's, I enjoy, frankly, I enjoy any form of humor, whether it's about me, against me, or with me, or any other person. I really love to laugh, because I think when people are doing the humorous things, there's nothing mean-spirited about it whatsoever. There's no meanness in it. And it comes with a great amount of respect, a great amount of respect.